Hi, Cancer. I'm Adriana. I've got an intuitive reading for you to help you on your journey at this time. We're going to be looking at what's going on in your journey as well as what your soul is trying to teach you, trying to communicate with you about this journey. I'll also be making an extended version. The link is below and it'll have more information for you. We'll just keep pulling cards and getting more. Okay, so Cancer, I see you at the crossroads of a really important decision. We're talking like life-changing decision right here. Lover's card representing you. In this choice, in this decision, you really need to be aware of what you truly value, but also what your heart is telling you. The Lovers is about uniting in love, uniting the different parts of ourselves in love, uniting with someone else in love. So it is important through this decision that you stay very connected to that part of yourself. Okay, got some interesting stuff going on here. We've got the Father of Horns, King of Cups, essentially, King of Cups, Justice, Two of Wands, Temperance, and Five of Swords. Okay, so there has been an event that you've been wanting to heal from. And it's looking like this was a lot of kind of self-defeating energy, where you felt not heard. You felt that you had to pull yourself out of a situation in order to kind of protect yourself. But for some reason, you still got hurt by the situation. Like you took the other person's behavior personally and thought that they weren't listening to you because it had something to do with you. This is a habit, or this is an occurrence that had been going on a while with this person or with this situation, where it's just like over and over, you weren't really getting what you needed and you needed to get yourself out. So we've got a little bit of healing going on, these two together. We've got a tiny bit of that happening, but it's not getting us all the way. We're not getting all the way healed from it because we've got the Justice and the Father of Horns. I need to get a little bit more about that. What are you talking about here? Seven of Pentacles, growth, and the Three of Wands, vantage. Okay, so it's like your growth is limited. You're seeing your growth in a limited way. You're only seeing your growth as being able to happen so far. You're not understanding that there's more depth of healing, more depth of putting yourself back together that's available for you. It's kind of like you're like, well, I'll just be happy with this quick healing. So the quick healing was taking yourself out of the situation, and you're like, okay, that's fine. I don't need anything else. But the Justice is saying, is that really right? Look at all the times you felt really hurt by the situation. Look at all of the kind of personal injury you took to the situation. It doesn't match. Your solution doesn't match what you've experienced. So the punishment isn't fitting the crime. That's a strange way to put it, but it's not leveling up. It's not even. So, Cancer, a lot of this has to do with being more communicative about your emotions. It's much easier to just kind of hold them inside and not express them, and also pretend that you're not feeling them as strongly. There's a stoicism with this card, which means feel deeply but repress completely. Do not express completely, because it's not a comfortable thing, or it's not a safe thing to express your emotions, because you're afraid of what might happen. You're afraid that you're going to get hurt again, or you're afraid that you're going to get misunderstood again. But in order to access this deeper healing that is available for you, you really need to state what your feelings were, because in stating them, you are honoring yourself. Now, this is a really tricky thing, Cancer, because in expressing ourselves, we can't just be like, I feel this way and it's your fault. Or, just coming across with pure emotion. It's really coming to a person and saying, when you did this, I felt this. Or when you did this, I was affected this way. I felt this way. I'm kind of getting ahead. I'm skipping a step here. So let me back up. Okay. The first step of this, Cancer, is about acknowledging the depth of the hurt that you felt. Okay, the depth of the sad, neglected, and in a lot of senses, betrayed emotion that you're feeling. You need to admit that you have been hurt at that depth. Okay? Once you have admitted that, then the next step is self-forgiveness, saying to yourself, okay, look, I'm sorry we went through this. I'm sorry you were hurt. I'm going to always take care of you, but I'm here to listen to this. Your expressing your emotions has to start at a safe place within yourself. You have to feel safe to express your emotions to yourself. I am feeling like it was not safe to express your emotions around this masculine kind of father energy. It may have been a female, but it's a masculine energy where it was not comfortable to express your emotions. And I know this very well, the circumstance growing up. It was actually my mother was not really in tune with emotions and didn't understand them. So I had to spend a lot of time holding my emotions in and invalidating them. But the thing is that it's taken a long time to learn and be open to my own emotions. But the thing is that when I do that, when I'm open to what I'm feeling from myself, it actually feels very safe and very empowering because, first of all, I don't have to share it with anyone yet, but there's no part of me that I'm negating when that happens. When I just say, okay, you know what? I'm feeling really upset right now, and I'm going to let myself feel upset, and it's okay for me to feel upset. And I acknowledge that. It's much easier for me to then say, okay, now let's deal with this as an adult. But I'm not running from me. I'm not afraid of these things. And because we then create this culture within ourselves of acceptance for these emotions, it's a lot easier then to express them to other people. Because in expressing them to someone else, it doesn't matter if they accept it or not. Because whether they can accept our emotions or not has to do with their relationship with themselves. But the fact that I've created a culture and we've created a culture inside of ourselves that says it's okay to express, it's okay to feel, you can do that with me, myself. So I'm saying to myself, you can express this to me. I can express this to me. I don't care if anyone else gets it or not, because I've already accepted myself. And that is the healing that is available to you in this. There's a lot of deep stuff that has been pushed down. Let's get your soul message for what your soul is trying to communicate with you, to you, with this. Okay. So the soul lesson for this, 10 of Cups, Death, and 4 of Swords. This is about transforming the way that you are habitually used to dealing with your emotions because of the family dynamic you came from. It was more safe to pull in, to withdraw, to kind of take yourself away out of the situation, or to keep those emotions kind of bottled inwards, coming inwards. It was easier to do that than it was to express. But this Death card here is the transformation of that, saying, you know what? You cannot grow any further. Your life is not going to change for the better unless we go through this transformation of how you are approaching your emotions. Okay, Cancer, I want to stop this reading there. I think this is a good stopping place. We're going to go much more in depth into this death card. What does this transformation actually look like? What are the steps? And any more information that your guides want to put through. So there's more information for you. Link is below in the extended, and I'll see you there.